Okay, if you have one of these, which I think nearly all of them are very same or similar, and if you can hear this by stepping on this pedal, and then the noise you can hear is a relay. So on this particular unit, which is my wife's, it's first the high speed or low speed, whichever one it is, stopped working, and then shortly after was the other one, and after a fair bit of use it stopped working. So I didn't know what to do, what to think, blah blah blah. So long story short, I ended up using a solenoid from one of the other attachments, and the reason I could do that, for example, I'll just show you, is it looks like this. It looks like this. So each thing is controlled, or the air is controlled on and off via this little valve, and that's a solenoid. So what I did was I took this valve or coil off like that. You unscrew this bolt. There is a bolt that it's here. So there's a bolt. I undid that, popped this off, and I had two faulty. So I popped that off a good one, put it onto the high speed, push the other, there's a switch there, tried to use the other thing, and the high speed started working, diagnosed that this was the actual issue. So this is just a coil that looks like it burns out on these units. Now the issue I had was this is a 220 volt one, very hard to get. So long story short, I don't want to say any bad names, or I don't mean anything bad against these people or anything like that, but one Dental wanted to charge me $99 for this. I ended up contacting someone direct, this brand, and they sold me the same thing for $11. So I ended up buying 6. So I have 4 spares and replace the other 2. So then the other day, so that's the issue with that. So basically these things seems to go, so I bought some spares, which I thought at $10 is a steal, but the other people wanted $99 each one, and I asked for 2 and they wanted $190 something dollars. It was gave me a bit of a discount because I got 2, but anyway, luckily I contacted somebody direct at this company, and they sold me this. Very easy transaction. They did ask for a few things, can you confirm, blah blah blah, so which I did. Postage was like $10 or something to Australia from China, and yeah, so I replaced this. We haven't had an issue really, nor has my wife really used it that much, but now the other day she used it a lot, and all of a sudden this was very hot, like I'm talking red hot, and we just heard this loud bang, psh, not a bang, but as in like a psh, just air popping out everywhere, and I was like, oh god. So this thing overheated, and obviously it even says here there's a somewhere thermal thing, so I kind of knew that myself, but anyway I was like, yep, let it cool, we'll try tomorrow. So what she did was she ended up trying it out tomorrow because I went to work, and she says it's working, but there's no pressure, like the device won't work, as in the little high speed, low speed. I was like, okay, thinking this. So I got this, I turned it on, I just got here now, turned this on, I fixed this fault issue, obviously the other one was sorted, but turned it on. I took this one here, which is the supply air, took it off, put my finger on, it was making air, but it was still kind of loud here. So I'm thinking, I've never seen these things before, I know it's a compressor, but I thought, oh god, it's probably cracked somewhere and leaking. And I was like, you know, thinking I can hear it, and I was like, I wonder where it is, and then all of a sudden I could feel it. So what's happened was this got really, really hot, and this hose was near it or touching it, either or, because it was nicely routed like this, around and here. And what's happened was, there it is. Hang on, where is it? Oh, right here, the So there it is there. So it's touched it and then just bang, it melted, and that was it. So all I did was chopped it right there, bang, and then you undo this little nut, wind it up here, push this thing on, wind this back, tighten it up. Bob's your uncle. Now it's working. Be careful, lots of 240 volt stuff here. You don't want to, some relays here, all 240. That's the only thing I don't like about this machine, is that everything is 240 volt. Didn't have to be. They could have put a one little chunky transformer, multiple power supplies, just made everything 24 volt. Anyway, this pressure was only down to here until I fixed it, and now it's up here and it's holding, and that's it. So in case you have issues with these, check your hoses, make sure that it's not touching something that gets really hot. And does this also, if it's solenoid not working, or as in your high speed, low speed, actually I don't know how many all up, but I'm gonna say there's, I'd say probably 4 of these suckers in there, I can't remember. They basically switches all these units, bits and pieces, obviously controlled or run by air, like the air tools. So these things give the air to whatever tool. Well, I confirmed that it was in the actual switch at each one of these tools, and yeah, it was this. And like I said, I paid $65 including postage for 6 of these suckers. I don't know how that works out, but yeah, it might even have been cheaper than $10, $11. But anyway, no, yeah, I don't know. I think it was like $65 US. I got it in an email somewhere, just checked. But it was $65, and then it was like $10 postage. So long story short, I think it was like 130 Australian dollars that I paid, something like that, for the Australian dollar went belly up for these. So good luck. I'm not an expert by any means, but just a little common sense, and yeah, things are good. If you are using this machine excessively and you don't have kids, I would probably maybe recommend keeping this like off, so that you've this just air circulating, because this panel has, well, it's down here, it's empty, but it's in, you've got this to keep noise down. Don't know why the compressor's down there, but makes no sense. But anyway, that so yeah, I'd probably keep this off, and if you're going to use it all day. And for anyone using this to practice their exams and hopefully pass, like my wife, good luck. And I might do another video if something else fails. So yeah, they're quite simple to fix once you kind of know what you're doing. Okay, thank you.